Welcome. Let's relax ourselves using our breathing. Carry on breathing at your own pace. Notice the minute movements in your body as you inhale and exhale, how your shoulders gently rise and fall. Imagine each breath in is filling you with a sense of calm, of spaciousness. Breathe in and out, and imagine that breath is moving through you, your body a series of quiet, calm caverns. All very still. Your breath drifts around inside your chest. Imagine it spiraling down all the way to the feet. Breathe in, feel that breath going down the long tunnels of your arms. The breath curves upwards through your neck into the head, circles slowly round like a mote of dust, and comes to rest. Try some deeper breathing now. Breathe all the way down into your stomach, down into your tummy. Hold it there, and then release. At your own speed, breathe down into your tummy, and let it go again. Breathe up and down, deep breathing, at a speed that feels right to you, that will become automatic quickly. It's a very easy way to really relax your whole body. Notice the heat of the sun. Warm and pleasant on your forehead, on your shoulders. Notice the bird song, the buzz of bees. Feel the breeze moving over you, the air. It smells sweet, with the pollen from many flowers. You are walking forwards along a pathway, and you are in a walled garden. Old walls of stone rise on one side, with ivy climbing up them, with tall flowers of many colours rising out of the beds between you and that warm stone. Feel your weight moving from one foot onto the next. You're in no hurry at all. This walled garden is very large, very old, very full of peace. In some areas there are apple trees. In some there are herbs growing. The plants, the shrubs, the flowers rise high. You can sense the pathway going forwards, but where it leads, what's around the corner ahead, is a mystery. It feels like a great weight is lifted off your shoulders, being here. You are alone, but that feels perfectly right. You want to be here alone. You have all the time in the world. For a few moments, cast out your senses and bring back to you what you smell, feel, hear, and see as you walk forwards along this pathway. The lazy summer heat in here has some weight to it. You feel sleepy, like you could stop and rest and even drift into sleep. Over there is a white metal gate leading to a tree offering cool shade. Part of you wants to stroll through there. Settle with your back against the trunk and maybe, as the bees buzz overhead in its flowers, to close your eyes and drift and become fully one with this garden, with this slow vortex of energy. You will not open that gate and go through, but stay here instead. Stay here and think what in your life recently has left you tired and in need of slumber. What has taken your energy day to day? Perhaps once you recognize it, you can allow that heaviness to drift over and remain over there in the shade under that tree. Moving along this pathway with bright tulips growing and neat clipped box hedges with their acrid scent, there is another gate, and this one leads to an old cottage that looks abandoned and full of forgotten things. At the gate, you have a sense that you should explore, a muted urgency that there are things in there you need to do that are important, that perhaps you have slipped up by not actioning. Again, we will stay at the gate and not proceed further there. Take a moment or two to think about what has eaten away at you recently, the things that have been pressing for you to do them. Let each of those things drift away from you through the window into that cottage so they can stay there for now. Unburden yourself. Following this pathway, past the old clipped apple trees, the ankle-high hedges of box, the white magnolias, tulips of red and yellow, the blue-grape hyacinths. Today is midsummer, and the sun will shortly be directly overhead. It will be noon. There are strong old walls flanking this garden, taller than you are, and today they will keep out all of the worries of your mundane life. This space in here is sacred, private, only for you. Walk for a few moments, enjoying the space in here, knowing that all the trivial worries of life are barred outside. Follow a long green pathway down, between flowers that are still budding, that have yet to reach their full glory. Ahead there is a sundial, and once you reach it there are pathways leading away, smooth grass, and you find the garden has expanded beyond its walls. Now lawns stretch away clipped and neat. Flower beds rise like small oases in an ocean of green. There are ornaments, obelisks, statues in the distance. Great trees rise in a variety of colors below the sky. The sun warms you and your shadow is directly beneath you, at noon on the summer solstice. Let's go over to one of the seats that are nearby. Settle upon it, feeling how it perfectly supports your weight. Breathe in this sweet, fresh air. Hear the buzzing of the birds. Reflect upon achievements perhaps only you could know and recognize since the last summer. What have you done well? Feel the glow of those satisfactions sitting here. Your feet are drifting along, past an obelisk, sculpted and slender, ideally matched within its setting. You pass other statues, moving from the shade of trees back into the sun, the grass soft and spongy under your feet. Note where human touches have been added to the park, and as you walk, reflect on what other people have brought into your life that have enriched it. What gifts have other people enriched your life with, and who are those dear souls? Your feet bring you to a pond, reflecting the irises that rise from its surface, the statues. In the water, among the pond weeds, fish can be seen darting this way and that. This is a space laid out to observe and enjoy, to spend time being rather than doing. As you walk around it, think about your own life here, your future. Where are you giving yourself time to rest and reflect? Are you being kind enough to yourself and scheduling enough stop points? You now follow a small burn gurgling water. Over it, its bank is covered in wild garlic, that intimate, triggering smell reaching your nostrils, bringing home that you are truly out in nature. There's an old building over there as you walk by, sealed up, withdrawn. As you walk by slowly, contrast the moving, talking water, so very in the present, with that quiet stone edifice from an earlier time. What big events, thought patterns, people, stages of your life have you closed off over time? What do you think that old building could hold that is now safeguarded and closed to you, so you can be free and flow forwards like the water at your feet? There are many trees here that stand like guardians, companions, friends and teachers. Are there any that draw you particularly, that you want to touch the bark of, to feel the texture of their leaves, to smell them? What trees draw you close, and what do they tell you about your life? Finally, we reach a small clearing. That holds a statue of a cherub that seems forgotten and lost. Like a promise you made to yourself long ago, perhaps in childhood, that is now waiting to be reawakened. Let your hands trail, your fingertips touch the stone of that angel. Maybe you know what that promise, that dream was, and can feel the warmth inside you as it is rediscovered again. Move on past trees that are alive, those that are dead and eaten by fungi, the sun of midsummer. In your mind's eye, close your eyes, the lids turning red, orange in the light. Imagine that you raise out your arms, palms upwards, and you are seeing yourself from above. The sun perfectly overhead, in the middle of the summer, on the longest day. Take all that golden energy deep inside and store it for another year. It's time to leave this garden, bringing back the glow, the warmth inside, into our waiting lives. That breeze that has accompanied us on our walk is moving around you. You feel as light, as weightless almost, as a feather or a speck of dust. And this unobtrusive summer breeze turns you onto your back to cup you and carry you. Now you are drifting above the garden, its burn, its walls, its lawns, those beautiful areas we've been exploring. Allow that to drift into the back of your mind, and instead remember where you've left your body, your physical body, sitting or lying down. Let the breeze move you so you are just a few inches above your body now, and we will breathe the imaginary body back into the physical. So breathe in a little more deeply than before, feeling your chest expand, and once you breathe in, leave yourself there. Leave your essence inside so you begin to return to your correct physical weight. Breathe in again, and this time go with the breath right down the legs to the feet. Settle at your heels, your toes, anchoring yourself. Breathe in again and fill the calves and the knees, making them feel heavier and attached. Breathe in and we'll go down to fill the thighs and the waist. Breathe in and follow the spine up to where the ribs fan out. And now breathe in and go along the shoulders and down the arms right to the fingers, the palms and the wrists. And now we'll breathe upwards through the neck into the head. Bring yourself back into that space below the skull, between the ears, behind the mouth. Breathe in again and bring that point of you that thinks, that little speck of thought, and sit it between your eyes, where it normally lives. Try gently moving your fingers and your toes. And when you are ready, let's open up our eyes.